Straight to our reporter Kate Fisher, who is outside the federal courthouse where the Trump campaign officials have appeared in the last hour or so. Kate, so I believe Paul Manafort and Rick Gates both appeared at the courthouse in the last hour or so. Talk us through exactly what happened.
Well, yes, they appeared here just behind me, and they both pleaded not guilty to those charges that have been put against them this morning here in Washington, D.C. Paul Manafort, the former campaign manager for President Donald Trump, facing 12 separate charges. The indictment against him is 31 pages long, so there's a lot of detail there. He is accused of conspiring to defraud the United States of money laundering, some $18 million, as well as lying to federal authorities, giving false statements when questioned about things, as well as not registering properly to be an agent of a foreign power. So both men, however, pleading not guilty to those charges. They have now been placed essentially under house arrest. They cannot leave their home, and they need to report every day to prove that they are still there. Bail has been set at $10 million on Paul Manafort and $5 million on his business associate, Rick Gates. Their passports, they've had to surrender their passports as well while this investigation continues.
And Kate, tell us a bit more about the George Papadopoulos guilty plea. How is that significant?
Well, many people in this town would suggest that it's actually more significant than those charges levelled against Manafort and Gates, because nobody had any idea about this. This was a real shock and surprise, and there are very few of those at the moment in this town with all the leaks. This man, George Papadopoulos, was arrested and agreed to a plea deal, essentially, for speaking about what he knew about what was going on. He will have a reduced sentence, but essentially he was arrested because he lied to federal agents. He lied to the FBI when he was asked about meetings with the Russians, but all this was kept under wraps by Special Counsel Robert Mueller until this morning, when it was unveiled. And many people think it took the White House by surprise, as well as media commentators, pundits and legal experts here in the city. But certainly what it shows is that perhaps Robert Mueller has more details than we had originally thought. George Papadopoulos has given several interviews to law enforcement agencies who have been collecting more information on all of this. We don't know what those details are, but there may well be people in this town a little concerned about what he's told them.
I'm sure. Kate, a very busy morning for you there. Kate Fisher there, following the story closely from Washington. Many thanks.